Welcome to the New Life web application tutorial. Once you have logged onto the website www.nu-life.org, you will be brought directly into the login screen where you'll enter your email address and password. This will bring you directly into that web application. We'll start by going through the tabs across the top of the screen, starting with the Patients tab on the left-hand side. In the Patients tab, there are numerous buttons, which we can see as we guide through them, that there is a tooltip above all to identify what each button is being used for. We'll go through each button one by one, starting with the top group at the top. Add Patients, Refresh the Page, and a Messaging System. Below we have the Edit Patient Details, Delete a Patient, View a Last Medication Form, Print a medication history, add a patient note, and view a patient note. So we'll start by adding a patient, pressing the Add Patient button. The Add Patient record screen will appear where you'll enter the details that are required. Essentially, all you will need will be the patient's name and the patient's country, pharmacy, schedule, and doctor. So I'll enter a sample patient. Select Ireland, the pharmacy. The schedule will be the default 4-slot tray, and the doctor will go with Billy Savage, and press Insert. So you'll see here's the patient that we have created. Now we're at the stage where we need to add the medications to the patient. So we must click on the View Last Medication Form. We'll now go into the Doctors tab. In the Doctors tab, we've got 5 buttons. We've got Add Doctor, Refresh the Screen, and the Messaging System. We've got to Edit Doctor Details and Delete Doctors. To add a doctor, you simply press the Add button and enter in the doctor's details and press Insert. This will add the doctor to the doctor's list, which can be added to the patient in the Patient Details section. In the Nursing Home section, we have 7 buttons: the Add Nursing Home, Refresh the Page, the Messaging System, the Edit Nursing Home Details, Delete a Nursing Home, Add Patients to the Nursing Home, and Print Nursing Home Reports. The Add Nursing Home, simply press the Add button, enter in the Nursing Home details and press Insert. Once the Nursing Home has been added, you can simply click on the Add Patients to the nursing home, where from the list you'll select the number of patients that you want to add. Press Save. Once the patients have been saved, you can then print from the Print Options button. You can either print all the blister pack form for all patients within that nursing home all in one go. Likewise, all the MAR charts can be printed in one go for that nursing home. You've also got the option for a medication history report. The medication history report is a list of all medications being used by the patients within the nursing home. So you can select one of those medications and you can print a medication review from the 1st of December to the end of December and press Run. That'll give you a print preview for all patients within that home using that particular medication. So for the patient, or for the nursing home, St. Philip's, you've got atorvastatin Torvigal 10 mg been used by Peter Ahern, and he's been given 16 tablets in total on 16 different occasions. But if you had more than one patient, say for instance 3 or 4, you'd have a report for all 3 patients and an overall total for all 3 patients and all the occasions, which is a very handy report for HIQA. We'll now progress into the Medications tab. In the Medications tab, you can search for any medication on the full database. So say for instance you were looking for pregabalin, you can type in PREG and press Filter and Contains, and it'll bring up the full list of all the pregabalin tablets on the database. Again, if you find that the medication that you require is not there, you can again add medication, type in the active ingredient, type in the brand, the strength, type, shape, size, warnings, markings front and back, and then select what colour the tablet is. Once you press insert, that medication is created for yourself to use there and then. Shortly afterwards, it will be added to the master file, which will be available to all pharmacies. So it's very quick and easy to create a new medication. We're now in the Schedules tab. The Schedules tab has 3 buttons: Add a schedule, Refresh, and a messaging system. There's also Edit a schedule and Delete a schedule when you've created a personal schedule. In general, you've got default 2-slot tray for the 14-pod tray. You've got a default 4-slot tray for the 28-pod tray, and you've got a default 6-slot tray for the 42-pod tray. In the event that a patient arrives and they require slightly different times to the norm, you can create a schedule. Let's call it sample. And you select a number of slots. So if it was a 28-day slot tray you're going to use, you select 4 slots. Put in the times, so say for instance 0700, 1200, 1800 hours, and 2200 hours. Once you press insert, your sample schedule is available, which you would apply to the patient in the patient's details. So that's how you create a schedule. The pharmacy tab is just where you put in your own details. For example, first of all you'd add your pharmacy's details, pharmacy's name, address, phone number, and so on, and press insert. If in eventuality you needed to change the patient's or the pharmacy's details, or you wanted to put in a logo instead of your details, that can be done in the Edit Pharmacy record. The My Details tab is designed where you can change your password by simply removing the sample password, putting in your own fresh password, and confirm and save changes. You can also change the language with which you use your New Life web application by simply selecting the language that you require.